Welcome back to coverage of the White Spruce Open by Canadian Disc Golf Productions. We're round one, the back 10. My name's Spencer Young,
and I'm Chris Brown.
So
you were TDing this event, right? You didn't actually get to play? Oh no, you did play.
I did play. I played on the second day. So
That's
this
right.
is on the Saturday. This coverage is right now, and I got to sit out in the sun all day. So.
Yes, you did. I remember you tomatoing up quite well.
Yeah, everyone was a little bit worried about me.
That was a nice overhead view of the whole course there.
Yeah, beautiful day out. Very warm. This was kind of earlier in the morning for you guys, so nice and kind of cool breeze, I feel like.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's Cam with his attempt at a hat drop. I'm not sure.
The White Spruce master himself,
Yeah.
Double G, Greg Grootenboer. We got another local.
Is he asleep?
James.
Oh, he was asleep.
Always asleep out on the course.
And then back in here with me.
To note though, you are the defending champ. You did win the early bird that went on this year.
The winter thaw, yeah, that was my first pro win too. It's pretty good. Hole 11. From the blues, I think anyone with a power forehand is just going to try and throw one up high left and just crash into the trees and hope for the best. If you don't have that, you got to try to take this anizer flexing gap through the gut here and again, hope for the best. This is a really tough hole.
And there's also the Mando there that does cut off a big hyzer shot. There's a Mando there on the power line.
Mm-hmm. So you can't throw either big hyzer or any sort of overhand shot that just goes straight at the basket.
Got Cam up on the tee.
As I said, just going for that big spike forehand.
He's got his Halo Wraith. His Garrett Girthy Halo Wraith.
Yeah, the thing is really pretty too. It's got a nice black rim on it.
And I can tell you from where I was standing watching that was pretty close to the basket, it looked like.
Really?
So, yeah, it was a great shot.
It looked a little left, but we'll have to see where he gets to.
It's very tough from where you're teeing off to actually see where it lands.
James with the
just clips that
Yeah.
branch. That looked great. So now you've seen the two power forehand attempts. Now you got yourself going down the gap.
Yeah, I got a lots here. Slightly flippy fairway driver, just trying to get the gap going.
Looks a little high and a little right, but you find if you get into the middle of the fairway, you're good. You'd rather be there than in the brush.
Yeah, that actually wasn't bad. I was pretty happy with that throw. It went got caught up in the tree, but
so he's got his Maverick here. Another beautiful flip. Looks like it lands just at the hill there, open at the gap.
I think this is what he was going for. Just get up and down for your three on this hole, and you're looking pretty happy. Pretty hard to get the disc to stop once you go over this hill because it is on a decline going away from you.
So this looks like James's Berg.
After he caught that tree really high.
Cam's giving himself a step here.
So he did go past the basket because he's down towards the next tee pad.
Yeah. We seen it come through we were standing at the white tee pad. You could see it kind of crash through, but going long on this hole is a pretty great shot. Gives himself an uphill.
Another basket hit for Cam.
Yeah. Putting woes continue for these guys in this round. So you found yourself actually on the left side.
Mm-hmm. I got a good tree bounce. It's probably a 30-footer downhill at the basket. Got to be committed on this one or else you're potentially going away.
Oh, just low. At least it settles down, gives himself a...
Our whole car is going to have to pick up some putts here if we want to have any chance of being on the next film card for the next day.
Cam gives himself a par, keeping himself at even for the round. And the rest of the crew will be tapping in their pars here. Looks like.
Casual bag on putt from GG from about 8 feet.
Still a little risky. You don't want to repeat like hole 8 you did. Miss that short putt.
No, that's not good. Can't be missing 8-footers.
So again, everyone takes their pars, which is, again, for this hole, no birdies whatsoever in the round.
Not a single birdie on that hole, which you kind of expect. It's tough, unless you get a four-handed drop.
So we got hole 12, 255 feet. This one you'll see either putter or mid-range turnover from the backhand, or for forehand you'll see maybe something a little bit overstable.
An
or
overstable
on a
mid-range,
hyzer. Yeah.
zone justice, whatever you got that goes right.
For the MPO division, I feel like this is definitely the must-get of the whole course.
Absolutely. This one here, you're already walking up to the whole counting this as a 2 if you want to have any sort of chance at winning this event.
On this round, playing 5.3 or 0.53 under par, so half a stroke under par.
You can see how much you need to get this hole.
Nice.
That looks great. A little bit to the left, but again, probably 15 feet there.
Yeah, I think that was probably gonna. If that got through all the trees, it's gonna be well within Cam's range.
So Cam and James going to their known forehands.
Yeah, I think that was a justice from James, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going backhand ABR3. Forehand is just not in the repertoire for me on a lot of these holes.
Seems like this is your definite go-to for yourself.
Mm.
Seen it a lot. That is pulled early.
Very.
If you can get lucky and get through a little bit. Got GG going quick off the tee, and that looks good if it can just settle down a little bit.
Yeah, I got up a little high.
Looked like he was listening for chains there a little bit too.
Maybe you're just listening for late wood hit to see if you got a kick. Probably 35 feet here with a bit of a straddle. I'm definitely not happy with that. This basket on the hill, if you don't hit it, if you don't put it in the basket, if you don't put it in the chains, then you are rolling down the hill, no doubt.
Yeah. That is a great birdie there from Cam. GG, nice spot to be. Nice.
Yeah, after catching up the high trees and coming through like that, you're pretty happy to be to get up there and see how close you were.
I feel like GG's kind of walking away from that one happy, taking his first birdie of the round.
Was that his first birdie?
I
my
believe
goodness.
so. He's been having a lot. He's been finding himself close, but
definitely
a lot
not
of low putts.
Definitely not the GG we know. He's a wizard at this course. He can shoot any number of down at any point. So for him to be at 4 over already is pretty unusual for him.
You see yourself frustrated with the putting.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of the card is. So see if you guys can turn it around a little bit.
This is a course you need to be putting well on.
It's got hole 13 here.
Our
First
first
145 foot. First par 4 of the course.
Indeed.
This one's a very tough, kind of a gotta get birdie, but again, the eagle's kind of out of the question. Very, very tough to get out.
Yeah, any sort of conservative play puts you in a spot where you're just laying up for your 3. Any aggressive play is probably ill-advised and will easily put you into 4 and 5 territory if you don't hit it perfectly.
It's one of those, it's a must-get. It feels like a must-get 3, so back-to-back holes that feel like must-gets, but again, this one's a lot more punishing.
Yeah, the optimal play is just get up into the shade there, past that bent-over tree, and or in front of it too is another line you can take, and just pitch up and down for your 3. I gotta imagine this is one of the easiest played holes on the course today, though.
Yeah, so this hole actually played like 3rd easiest hole, so back-to-back very scoreable holes, playing 0.29 under par.
Yeah, you're really expecting some easy 3s here. GG gets that up a little high, but I think he made it through the tree.
Even landing by that tree is not the end of the world. You just want to get out far enough into the gap or even go long. There's kind of 2 approaches at this, you'll find. That looks a little in, but
That's a
it
nice
looks
spot
like it just travels far enough to find this fairway at the basket.
Yeah, that was actually a very nice kick from the tree there. I definitely pulled that inside. This is the first of the 2 landing zones. Probably what any forehander's going for.
Yeah. So, nice little hyzer at the basket.
Yeah, it's there. That's again, once you get to here, it's just about hitting your gap and putting yourself close for the putt for the 3.
Looks like James found himself a little cut off that he has to do this stretch to kind of get himself out to do a flex shot here with like a overstable, probably a zone or something to justice.
I'm not sure. That was definitely a right, but probably 40 feet from the basket. James can definitely make that if he's feeling it.
Gigi kind of finds himself in the center of this fairway here, which Cam also finds himself in, which is the one tough part about this hole.
Yeah, if you don't fully commit to the far gap, then or the short gap, then you put yourself in no man's land here, where you just have nothing. You got no way of getting up and down. I think Cam does it miraculously there, but
James looking from about 60 to 70 here.
Wasn't quite as close as I thought he was.
Good run at it, just a little high.
Another basket is sitting on a hill, so if you don't put it in, again, it could roll 30-40 feet away. Seems to be Brampton's or White Spruce's MO here of make your putt or pay the consequence.
And that is a great putt.
Wow, Greg.
You see, that is a great birdie there. Seems like once you got the first one, they're going to start coming.
Yeah, hopefully that boosts up the morale on the card and give everybody a little bit something to work for. Maybe make some putts here.
So this is James tapping away his 4.
Yeah.
Probably not a tap away, 15, 20 feet there actually.
Yeah.
So taking his par here.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit. You definitely want to be 3ing this one. It's 200-foot throws and you're in the basket.
Cam and yourself taking those 10 footers for a birdie. Nice 2 back-to-back holes. Get your confidence back up. Take 2 birdies. Showing off that you got a birdie again.
I gotta show off when I can.
Got hole 14 here. 285-foot par 3. Very tight tunnel shot off the tee. Once you kind of get out to the open, you have kind of try to land at the bottom of the hill or either on the top of the hill, but it's very difficult to get up there. So.
Yeah, it's another one of those holes where you have right off the bat a nice 5 to 10 foot gap that you have to hit, and then you have to shape a shot after that. So it's really tough to get exactly everything you want.
And with this time of year too, the gap is even tighter than it normally is. A lot of branches, a lot of vines. Looks like Cam finds himself behind the guardian tree of the basket.
So there is a gap over there. If you do push it far enough, you do have a chance at making the 2, but I just don't see Cam having got that one far enough. Gigi, on the other hand, might be right in that exact spot.
It looks like he hits that tree. So in that bush, there's 2 kind of gaps at the basket, giving yourself about a 25-foot look at the basket. Going back to your trusty Pathfinder.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite discs. One of my more reliable ones.
Again, looks like the kind of the pro quo. Get to that tree and have that look through the... Looked a little confused there.
You didn't see it kick out there?
No, I did not.
It kicked out to the right, and it's in the shadow there.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, I definitely got a fortunate kick. I was happy with that.
And James doing the same thing. It looks like it kicked up the hill a little bit.
Yeah.
So Cam's got himself about a 30-foot look here. But a very difficult, because as soon as you pass that basket, it starts dropping off again.
Yeah, he almost did get that. Like, he is in that gap, but that's a tough... Oh, goodness. Right above it.
Gigi having to use his size to his advantage here. Get a big stretch.
Yeah, this is the rightmost putt gap.
Oh, and
he makes it.
That's 3 birdies in a row now.
Yeah, his putting is back, it seems.
Very scary when Gigi starts connecting. James here, looking about 20-25 feet from the basket. A little bit of a downhill.
You get another one, hit the basket, you could roll. It's also a little low, so it gets in your head. We got 2 birdies already on this hole, and this
And
is where
that
my
is-
lucky kick got me to.
Now you can see why he had the confusion look.
Yeah. That never happens on this hole. You
Never. That is.
you never get good luck on this hole. I'll tell you that.
So now this is one that you have to convert.
Yeah. So if I don't, I'm just walking off, heading down the road back to hole 10.
Nice.
So 3 birdies on
Easy
this
card.
card, and there's only 4 birdies on the day.
Wow.
The other birdie going to Joe Vanderveen.
Crazy. Especially hole 14. Played a little bit over par, so the card doing really, really well.
Which is strange because it is just a straight throw. It's 285 feet. Sure, it's a tight gap and you got to shape it, but it's there for you.
I think it's more of the. We've got a couple locals on the card, so that the gap there is not too well known. It's got hole 15 here, par 3, 300 feet. You'll see a lot of forehands or backhand turnover. Again, very tough green to land on. Roll very far too.
Yeah, if you can get a forehand out of this gap 300 feet and land above the basket, you're looking at a 20-foot, 30-foot downhill putt, but there's almost no chance of your disc rolling away. So that's the optimal play. Greg, as you can see, it's really windy right now. Greg here does not throw that many forehands, so he is going for that flex backhand.
Yeah, he's going with his Roadrunner, so
That's a smart
very
choice.
flippy disc.
But very controlled though. It's probably throwing. Ooh.
It looks very right.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see out of your hand. You want to see it going straight and slowly turning right.
Again, looks like you're going with your AVR3.
Indeed, just trying to throw something that slowly pulls right. Will never finish down the hill left because as soon as you start going left.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm with Gigi.
Again, pulled right. Very, very thick brush there. So now you got James, big, powerful forehand.
Looks like he had a Sexton Firebird in his hand.
That looks great. A
little
little
left.
long, but again, fight
hit the
back.
knot.
Oh, hits a branch just long.
You are throwing across an active driveway here, so
And to note, if you do not cross that road, you will have to re-tee.
That
So
is
it is
true.
a very.
it is OB all the way until the road. So if you don't cross.
Can be very nerve-wracking. For a lot of these guys, though, it's not too big of a worry. And that looks really good. Looks a little bit right, though.
That's what I was saying. You really do want to get high up on the hill to prevent the rollaway.
So, GG using every little bit of his length to try to stretch out.
That was tough. That was tough. And if you're not putting it under the basket, then you're not really giving yourself a chance for the 3 here. So
Tried to do a little bit of an Anheuser putt there. You found yourself on the kind of inside of that right brush, but
Yeah.
again, just have to go up and over.
yeah,
Put yourself 10 feet from the
yeah.
basket.
I was happy with that throw. It was tough, but I got over far enough where I had a gap. Here's James's drive, who caught a high tree and fell down.
Oh, just leaves it low.
This is a hole that James looks at and thinks he's got 2 on it all day. Same with Cam.
Cam looking down here, downhill a little bit here.
Oh, just over the rim. He's still leaving it a little low, but it's working out for him.
So this hole actually is one of those that feels nice to take the par, but actually played under par. Only 4 birdies on the day, but enough to put it 0.12 under par.
So that means there was just not that much trouble to be had. And it really shouldn't be. You throw it straight, and then if you don't make your putt, you're tapping in your 3. The only thing that can get you really here is a rollaway or if you get caught up on those right branches.
So, on to hole 16. Par 3, 266 feet. You got 2 kind of gaps here. You got a low forehand to the left, kind of down, that will skip towards the basket. Or you'll find a mid-range putter shot down the right for a backhand. Kind of land it early on the hill and let it skip up.
At 266 feet, it's not the distance that's going to get you. It's trying to get a low shot that far and avoid all the trees and the branches.
And even more difficulty for this hole. It's one of the only flat greens, but does skip like crazy.
Cam up here doing the forehand gap. You can get a good ace run if you take a big skip off the ground on to the left. That's up too high. Oh, and he kicked way right.
Yeah. Got yourself going down the right gap, it looks like. Trusty. Oh, it hits a branch, kind of kicks right, but you look like you should just be out of the side of the bushes. So
yeah, a little high. Not unhappy with it. It's a long putt for the two, and see what happens.
James here going the forehand gap.
I think the forehand gap is the, in my opinion, smarter play because you can put it on one angle, just put it on a hyzer, and let it go if you have the forehand.
Hits a tree though and kind of kicks back to the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, that's the risk you take going this way or that way.
So GG going with his buzz.
Yeah, it comes out way early. Gonna be playing out onto the next fairway.
So you got Cam finding himself in some more trouble where he's got to pull out this tomahawk again.
Yeah, he's in early on the right.
Very, very deep. Just out enough.
I think he's actually trying to put a roller down to go up the hill, but it just ran out of steam before it got to the ground.
So James here from about 60 feet or so. Just low. Seems like that's the tail of the day. It's just a little too low.
Yeah, I think the thing is you don't want to be missing too many putts around here. You don't want to be airballing because you don't stop when you hit the ground.
Yeah, so you got yourself and Cam looking from about 40 feet here. A little bit uphill. The one nice thing about where you guys are, though, there's not much risk if you miss.
Yeah.
Kind of just landing short. So GG looking here, trying to...
So this is where GG's drive got to. I'm not sure how he got here because he was going way left. Oh.
Yeah.
Another miss from GG. This is just a lot of missed putts today. It's very uncharacteristic of pretty much everybody on this card.
Kind of see the frustrations, too, a little bit from the card members. Especially yourself throwing your mini round. Looking from about 15, 12 feet top away. Center of the chains.
Yeah. That one felt good. It feels good to get a nice 10, 15 foot putt that you can just sort of smash home and be confident about. Get some confidence back. And here's GG. Dead center.
Now Cam topping away his bogey here.
And not a single birdie on the card, on our feature card here.
No. Again, the hole played a little bit tougher. Played .06 over par, so kind of one of those you want to walk away with your par, but not always so lucky.
Hole 17 is quite changed since you go to the blue tee pad. It used to just be a distance control shot, throw straight, get it to stop before going down the hill. Now you got to come out of a small gap and then hook severely right. So big forehands if you can get them to come to rest in time, or soft flexing mid-range backhands are the optimal play here. Again, if you go too long, that is a straight down the hill. Won't stop your disc, kind of roll away.
And that is the danger about this hole. If you can get out of this gap, big open fairway, but when you get close to the green, basket's on a very steep hill.
That's one with a DX rock here, just hoping to get it out right. I think that was good. It had the right distance. It looked like it could have been a little bit right.
Got James going to his forehand.
The big thing here is just make the gap. Make the gap at the right height.
And that looks good. Maybe 30 feet or so from the basket.
Yeah. Another throw from GG. What's it going here? Roadrunner?
It's going with a heat.
Oh, a heat.
So another still flippy.
Yeah.
Flippy backhand turnover. That's what you kind of expect with GG is these flippy shots. That looks great.
Oh, highs it out just a little early on him. You want to kind of
give
carry
himself a putt.
Yeah, you do want to kind of carry out of view there a little bit to get yourself the tap in.
I believe Cam's going with his Nate Sexton Firebird, so.
That's a long throw for a Firebird, in my opinion. Well,
But
did it perfectly.
Flare skip. Got a thumbs up from someone watching.
So yeah, you can see I definitely trailed out way right here on my throw.
Oh, I didn't even realize where you were.
Yeah, I
think the guys are trying to play hide and seek on this hole.
It's still tough to get parked on this one. You have to get the angle right. It's the distance right, everything right. Got to hit a gap. So if you're getting a 3 on this, you're pretty happy with yourself.
It's been GG.
Oh,
what
makes
a
it from
putt.
the bush.
Great putt.
This is where James's forehand ended up. This is where the forehand sort of funnel to, coming down that hill. I'm gonna take that every time.
Got Chris here. Looking to tap away the par. Missing left again, going down the hill.
Yeah, not a good putting day. It's okay. There's always the next day.
Giving yourself. Not just, you can see the frustration starting to come out there.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it now. Yes. Thank you for crossing your fingers for me. I needed it.
So, tapping away the 5 there.
Yeah, putting for a 2 gets a 5.
Cam here. Firebird was definitely the choice for him. Tapping away the nice birdie. I believe one of the 2 birdies on the card. James also grabbing it as well.
Actually, James and Gigi.
Oh,
both
my
got
mistake.
3
3
2s and a 5.
Yeah, hole played under par. So, got hole 18, 266, par 3, but a dangerous 266. Very downhill. Plays a lot shorter, but getting out of the gap is the most difficult thing on the course.
Sure, this gap is all you care about. Past that, you're hoping for being close, but as long as you make the gap, you'll be up and down just to be able to lead a layup or try to run a putt for a 2. As you can see, most of them are going to go in through the right gap there, just left of the T sign. It's tough.
Very, very difficult.
Because not only you can't just throw it as hard as you want at it, you got to have some distance control.
Just clips a tree early, but it looks like it continued to fly down the hill a little bit.
He'll be out there pretty easy pitch up for his 3. That's not too bad. But yeah, you do need to like keep your disc moving slowly through here, or else you just blow by it going down the hill.
GG, kind of releasing.
Cam during the winter thought I was throwing a spike hyzer at this, but with the foliage the way it is, just not doable anymore.
It's going with a Berg. I believe it's the Eric Oakley Berg too.
Is it?
But
the Bjorg.
The Bjorg. And this is what you'll also see is kind of a slow forehand on Annie.
I don't know how much I feel that one gets you like the parked 2. Maybe a long putted.
But I find you'll see it kind of be more consistent getting out of the gap, especially on lower divisions as well.
As soon as you can look at the gap, it's always a bit easier to hit.
Got yourself going with a trusty AVR 3.
I honestly don't remember where that went, so it could be good, it could be bad. We'll find out soon enough.
So GG getting down the hill.
I think
kind of
short, right?
A little short to a kind of a cover of leaves. Very, very thick leaves too.
Another Berg from Jimmy D here.
Loves his Bergs, especially for the approaches.
The new fad of Berg. Everyone throwing Bergs. Do you have one?
I do not. I carry a lot of links in my bag.
Okay, so I'm
giving yourself a putt. Great run, just a little short.
Yeah, I think I was giving that a half run. I remember that one now. It was if I ran it full, I'm all the way down. So I didn't want to lay it up because I wasn't particularly having a good round, so I needed to do something.
Yeah,
so give it a half go.
This branch here, it's like an iron branch. I learned, especially in my round, I learned this very hard. got very trapped up in it.
Yeah, that branch, it goes all the way to the ground. If you're not trying to go around it, you're not going through it.
Yeah. So now Cam's got about 25, maybe circle's edge putt here.
Yeah, it looks like he's just at the top of that hill that you just want to crest over, coming down towards the towards Nubby there.
Great putt.
That was a great putt. That seemed more like the Cam I know.
Yeah.
Not putting it in low, just dead center high with some pace.
And I have to give a shout out, especially
People,
the tournament
people,
director,
people.
here to the club members of White Spruce who we had Nubby here, the famous tree on hole 18, fall down right before the tournament, and
Oh, you're good, Cam.
crews were out with chainsaws cutting it up. So
That's fantastic.
now we got hole 19, 427 foot par 3.
I think it played to the par 4 for this tournament.
Yeah, so with this hole, you big spike hyzer on the backhand, you'll see, or some people might go straight at it, but a lot of these guys I feel like will be going with a spike hyzer.
Yeah, with the path on the right and the dense tree to the left, you can just throw something over stable high and right at this house and just have it funnel down the hill.
Yeah, and the one trick, the one part to avoid is the path and over is actually OB for this hole, so you want to make sure you do fade left. So again, playing to that spike hyzer.
Yeah, that gap down low, it's kind of a sucker gap if you want to think you can get it and go for it, but I think it'll give you more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, so this was actually our easiest playing hole of the day, playing 0.71 under par.
Yeah, kind of a in between par 3, par 4 for a lot of divisions, but in the MPO field, whoa, that is drifting right. In the MPO field, you really are. This is a par 3 all day.
Yeah,
I think we had a big headwind left to right here as you see the tree moving right in front of them.
And this is one of those, with it being a par 4, it makes it that you still got to get the birdie.
Yes, for sure.
Even the hole's very, very tough eagle, but it is very doable. Got yourself going here with a Wraith.
Yeah, my GG Wraith. Try to throw it low and hard and let it go far.
Cuts it inside left, just stays in bounds.
Yeah,
that was close.
I got lucky. I thought it was going right. I thought it was going to glide over the path. You can't do that, and you cannot be flirting with that tree at all. I know the headwind sort of makes you want to, but in this conditions, put it out wide, take your 3.
See that flipping up? That's his boss. So very, very long throw. Good throw, but he's gonna find himself in some very nasty stuff.
Yeah.
So did you as well.
If you don't make it far enough left, you are throwing from really prickly, thorny, sort of, I don't know, what would we call them? Bushes, I guess?
Thorns.
Thorns, just straight up thorns.
They're not pleasant to be in. That looks a little left.
Yeah, that was definitely left.
See the frustration there.
It's a frustrating game, I'll tell you that.
Especially from these tee pads, it makes it very difficult. Especially with a course that's very scoreable on the short tee pads. You get to these blues and
Tomahawk out of GG.
Yeah, a rare sight.
That's 2 this round.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see, with the club here has done a great job creating these tee pads for pros like you guys to come out and give you guys a challenge.
I think Cam just faked out Wally there on the camera. Yeah, you see how far left I went.
Very left, long putt.
Yeah.
Just missing left, or just missing right, actually.
So, yeah, you'll see anything that comes down this hill, if it's not coming in soft, then it's just going to keep going. Oh, GG low again.
A little bit of a roll away.
Luckily, this grass is pretty rough. You're not going to get too far of a roll away. GG can't be happy about that. Missed a few putts low today.
Tapping in the
more like it.
Tapping in the par on the day. So looking at the 25 or so, 20 feet for par.
I think that, yeah, for par, the par 4, right?
And then you got James and Cam taking the what feels like a gotta get birdie.
Yeah, this is honestly looking at a 3 on this one. In that wind, you're looking at the 3, and you pretty much have to get it.
Yeah.
There was only one
eagle in this round.
One 2 on that round from Jake Voskamp.
Big arm.
Yeah, and
up and coming.
There throws very far. Probably did exactly that, or he made a big putt. I'm not sure, but either way, it was tough to do in that hole. Here we are, hole 20, our last hole for the round.
Yeah. The big famous from the top of the sky.
Yeah, what do you think about this hole?
In the winter, it's very playable.
Playable, that's the way to put it.
The summer, it makes a very, very tight gap.
Mm-hmm.
From the whites and blues, your goal is just to get up to the short tee pad. If you can get out in front of these trees,
yeah,
you're very, very happy with your tee shot because you can get into a lot of danger early.
Yeah. A lot of the people on this card in this field are going to go some sort of neutral to overstable fairway driver, maybe a mid-range if you want a little more control, and just pushing it low and straight and not worrying about distance, just trying to hit the line.
Yeah, so with a lot of this as well, you'll see, with the distance of being 518, the tee shot play is very short. Just the amount of downhill that it goes is very different.
A very true par 4. That looks great.
You can kind of see the whole card wanting to watch that.
Yeah, that was as perfect as you could throw it. Low, straight, not too hard. It was finishing at the right time.
Cam going with a T-bird 3.
Yeah, metal flake T-bird 3. Good choice. You push it kind of smooth and straight, and it'll just sort of naturally follow the fairway.
Yeah, and the one with this tee pad is you get very close with your card mates. You get to give each other hugs. It's very tight. So the tree stands right beside the white tee pad. So
yeah, that tree is not good. You do not want to hit it. You need to make it through the first gap.
Yeah, I'm gonna make himself. He's playing from the white tee pad, trying to play it as a par. And trying to get the 3 is very difficult. So. Got yourself one T-bird.
Yeah, and I pulled that way right. That's not good. Sort of following Cam there. It's tough though. Once you get up to the front of that tee pad, it's a straight drop off in the front of it. So you find yourself kind of pulling up a bit, slowing yourself down. And that causes this to happen. GG does the same thing. Almost gets through it, but doesn't.
So with this hole too, it played, even as a par 4, played very, very tough. Yeah. Playing as the second hardest hole in the round.
Cam actually got to a great spot with that tree hit. Like he didn't get if you kick right or left into these trees, you're pitching back to the small fairway.
Flippy forehand just clips the tree right at the tee pad. So yeah, so now we have double G.
Also from the long tee pad.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Cam wants to experience the full hole, playing all 3 tee pads. GG, he's going with his boss again.
Is it good? You never see it come out of the bush.
I think he found a little right with it.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. If you get off right or left on this hole, then you're just in jail and you have to stretch just to get any sort of thing. I got really lucky to be able to throw this shot to the middle of the fairway.
So now, looking down the gap. Going roller.
Yeah, roller through that gap. I was really happy with this. And then it catches a tree right at the end. It puts me parked for the alternate position.
Yeah. So, now we got Cam. Looking to forehand towards the basket. Very, very tight gap he's looking through. A lot of roots at his feet.
Yeah. This is the play if you have it. Just getting the forehand flexing.
Using the GG gap.
Yes, indeed. Leaves it a little bit long. I don't know if he's going to have much of a putt from there. And here you have GG tucked into the bush. And this is where not having the forehand really, really causes problems. Oh, and he gets an early tree.
Catches an early tree.
Anyone with a forehand could have stepped in there and just pitched out the forehand, but GG had to get creative.
So now he finds himself probably just looking to pitch out of there.
Yeah, there's nothing from in there. You're so much in jail.
Does a great job at it as well.
And this is James's drive.
Amazing drive.
Absolutely smashed
Give
all the way up
himself
here.
a chance to take the birdie down. Probably going something like a Justice, I believe that is of his.
That makes sense. He throws that Justice a lot. And it catches a tree.
And just gets a bad roll, rolls back about 10 feet.
This is where my roller ended up. I just set up by that.
The alternate position, giving himself about a 70-footer. Just leaves it short, but again, you're putting for 3.
Yeah, happy to take a 4 on this hole after going off early. Here's Cam for his 4 save.
That was for Cam's 4. That was your 4 save as well. So you're tapping in your bogey there because you did go off early.
You're right. I know how to math.
Now we got James. Look at birdie on this hole. It's just incredible.
Yeah, if you can get a birdie here, you're taking strokes on. You got to assume the whole field because this is a hard par 4.
Just a little short. Walk away with his par.
And then as we tap in our finishing hole here, there was one lone 3 on the day for this hole. Mr. McKinley Baynard himself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love to watch how that happened.
Yeah, absolutely smashes. I'm sure he threw a great drive. Or a great second shot, I'm not sure.
So yourself tapping in the bogey. I believe Cam is going to be tapping in the bogey as well. Yeah, Cam tapping in the bogey, GG tapping in, I believe, a 6.
Yeah.
And James walking away with the par on the card.
Yeah, it's a good par. And that's it for our first 20 holes of the White Spruce Open, the first round.
Yeah, so in the end, we got Cam sitting at -3, James at -2, yourself at 4 over, and Double G sitting at 5 over.
Yeah, not how Gigi and I were figuring that out. We definitely were expecting to do better than that, but it seems like the whole field was having some struggles. It just goes to prove how hard the Blues are at White Spruce.
Yeah, and we had 4 guys shoot under par. We got Cam and James, you watched do it, but also Chris Oz and the young gun Jake Voskamp also doing it as well.
And that will be your lead card for the second round coverage.
Yeah, as they head to the shorter middle tee pads, the white ones.
Indeed. Well, that's it for us. I'm Chris Brown.
Spencer Young.
Have a good day.